purifying device, for instance. So we say, okay, this is our for this time. So who knows where it's sold?
Yes.
Let's go and talk to the company. We go to the company. Sometimes the company is so generous, say, okay, we'll give you like half of this. We have it here. Then this company and that company, you can go and buy the rest of the parts from there. So we do go negotiate until we get the whole thing and deliver it there and assemble it. So it works this way. It's not always cash.
Yes, but you said that you've adopted a village in Fayoum.
Yes.
Did you try such an initiative in other places in Egypt?
Only in Fayoum.
Only in Fayoum.
Yes.
So
we
how did you
decided
choose
because
this place or this
we
village?
chose it. One of our friends, he has a lot of people who works in his company who comes from Fayoum. So we started with a place that we have a say there to know more things and how to follow it up later on, because we don't just want to do something and just leave it. We want to follow it up to see how it's working, the stuff that we buy and deliver, they don't get it and sell it, you know.
Yes.
All this can happen
Yes,
there.
but there has to be a time that you stop working in a certain place and shift your focus to another place.
We will soon. We are still in the first village. We still have one event coming, and then after that we will.
What is that event?
One of the girls who's orphan, we're gonna get her all the stuff to make her jihaz, to make her ready to get married, and we're gonna make the party for her as well. So we're gonna bring a group, singers and stuff to make the party as well, as to say it's goodbye present from us. We did before with 16 of them, and of course we are so careful with the age of the girls. We do not allow, but we sort of don't permit the
Choose.
things.
We're not going
Yeah.
to, you're not
Yeah.
going to help, yes.
Yeah, we help only the one which is 18 and above.
But talking about the different things or projects that you're working on over there in Fayoum, for example,
Yes.
did you try to teach them something like a trade, for example, or to make some
Of
small
course,
projects
of
like
course,
this?
of course, this
What
is-
kind of
we-
things are you offering? Or
We don't
teaching
like
them?
to go and give money or give food. The food we give it in Ramadan because it's something we have to do in Ramadan. But other things, we created small businesses there. 60 businesses was created there, from grocery shopping shops to buy the nets and stuff for the people to go and fish themselves. We set up small businesses there. We bought a lot of chicken, ducks, and all that sort of thing. So whoever wants to breed and sell, that sort of thing.
Mrs. Abeer, you said that it started out through friends, through a small group of friends,
Yes.
and then the friends were friends, and
Yes.
the circle just got
Yeah,
bigger.
exactly.
Did you expect such a reaction on Facebook to the initiative?
I always expect good in everybody, and it's just how you can sort of make them feel that they are good inside and they want to do something about it. So
Motivate
yes,
them.
Yeah.
The
Only
first,
motivate
the
them.
1st of April marks the Orphan Days.
Yes.
The Orphan Day.
Yes.
Well, of course, we have many different projects
Yeah.
that focus on that day.
Yes.
Tell us about your project, for example, or initiative. What do you have for orphans on that day?
We actually sponsoring the Orphanage Day in Rehab City. There is they chose 1,200 orphans, and we're gonna spend the whole day. Of course, not only us alone. A lot of sponsors is chipping in that. We're gonna give them a nice day to enjoy, from food to playing for games
Are we
and
talking about children only
Yes.
or children?
yes.
Mrs. Abeer, you've spoken about the things or the blankets or the food or the money that you give back to the people in Fayoum.
Yeah.
So would you like to make them learn or educate them about work, about getting a job, about gaining their own bread in the future, to make it easier for them to be living in a certain standard?
Of course. This is why we set up all the small businesses. We gave them the seed for it, and they have to look after it. If they want to gain money and live, then they have to work hard to do it. But you just give them the seed because they don't have it. The raw material for anything that you set it up, you give it to them, and then they go on from there. The schools, we supplied the computers for the school labs. We there's something called Zakir Maana as well. One of the
Another
Zakir
initiative.
Maana, yeah,
Yes.
she's with us in the admin group, and she's working where we stopped. So we supply this to the school, and then she with her group goes in and she starts like a group for to make them stronger in math, English, and Arabic.
Yes.
And they have a classes for literacy as well.
Well, you talked about many different projects, but let me ask you about something different, talking about awareness, promoting awareness when it comes to political awareness, medical treatment, all these things. Did you try to touch such areas or not yet? Or do you plan to?
No, we're not. We're not planning to go into politics at all. Politics is it has their own people to talk about, and we are not qualified to do such a thing. We're just trying to sort of tell them how to work things out, how to build their life in this situation which we are living in at the moment. We are trying to sort of yani,
They accepted you.
they did, yes. They know me by name. They
No,
talk
I
to
don't
me.
mean, I mean the initiative in general.
Yes, yes, yes. And we sort of sometimes we go and ask them who wants to work. We give them the chance to do something for their families, get them connected to big companies and sort of masana and stuff to go and work there.
Factories,
Yes, factories.
yes.
So that's our promotion for them.
Yes, but Mrs. Abeer, you've said that in the coming period you'll be organizing a wedding for one of the girls back
Yes.
in Fayoum in the village
Yes,
that you've
we
chosen.
will, yeah.
So what about your other projects there?
At the moment, we finished the most of the things that we wanted to do. This is the only one is left is a couple of things for the school itself. We did develop the whole school. We painted it. We did our drawing. We did the lab there. We did we got the small for 300 children water device, purifying water device there. We painted the whole inside and did the boards and everything. So the foundation is there. The rest is theirs. Of course, we talk when we are there. We talk to the girls because we wanted to set up what call it mashghal there for
A workshop.
ladies. Yes,
Yes.
to learn how to do stitching and altering things. And they didn't want to come first. I had to go and meet them and talk to them and sort of why not, and this is good for you and for the family and you get money later on and all the stuff. So
Where next are you planning to go?
any village next to that village, because they all sort of know who are we and they
To
know.
build on the success that you
Yes,
managed to
Yes,
be in
yes.
first
But there are
village.
certain places that are very poor
They
and
are.
they need help away from Fayoum. I mean, even
They
inside
are one of
Cairo.
the poorest.
Did you
and,
plan to go to such places like the slum areas? There are certain places that no
Where
one
is that?
ever heard about them, for example. Did you plan
where
to?
in Cairo
Yes,
itself?
yes.
No, we're working with Fayoum. There is so many organizations and groups works in Cairo, but we chose Fayoum specifically because a lot of them they go to Said or they work in Cairo. This area specifically, when we went there, we noticed nobody works with them, or rarely somebody goes and work with them. So no, we are focused in that area.
Mrs. Abeer, you've said that you went from house to house or door to door to convince the
Yes.
women and the girls to
Yeah.
be working,
Yes,
uh,
to learn.
to learn how to work.
Yeah.
So was that even harder than gathering your friends on Facebook and gathering money
Yes.
and gathering things to be bringing them to the people back in Fayoum? Was that even harder to convince people to go out and work?
Yes. Yes.
But how did you do it?
And
How
some-
much time did
it's
it take
just
you?
negotiating. You go and talk to them. When they trust you, it's much easier because they saw us a couple of times before that. Then they trust me. They trusted me. They used to come and ask me questions, and it's just
What are the common
humanitarian.
questions they used to ask you about?
How much money do I gain after I finish this? This is the first question. Do I need to bring anything? Or do you just teach me regardless you don't
Do I have to pay?
exactly yeah exactly is it going to be female or male teaching us all that sort of questions.
So you've mentioned the females and the males, and the whole relationship between men and women back there. How does it go there? Do men so far convince women
Dominant.
not to go out and work?
Dominant as usual in
It's
all
just the
our.
same.
Yes.
As-
So
so how did you convince the men to let their women go out and work?
Well, we are sort of the way we took it that let's teach them something to do. They can work from their own houses, not outside. Let's just let them start to be productive.
Yes.
We started with this. Let's see where it's going to lead us after this. If men is comfortable, they find the help from their wives. There is income coming, and they are
More
much
money.
better. Maybe later on convince them to do something else.
But the cooperation exists between
Yes.
males and females over there, and the respect for the female.
I have no problem there, and they're dealing with me.
No, I'm talking
In a
about
way.
them. What did you see?
This is how it's gonna reflect later. If they see that they are okay with me as a woman, a leader for this group, I think later on that would transfer later on to their lady girl daughter or the lady of the house, you know.
Mrs. Abeer Ansary, member of Maana Group, thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you
on
for
Nile Cruise.
having me. Thank you.
Thank you. And now it's time to go out for a quick break, so stay tuned.
And with this, we come to the end of our Nile cruise for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Ahmed.
Thank you, Nasha, for being with me today on the Nile Cruise. Had really so much fun today, and now it's time to say goodbye. So thank you very much for being with us today on the Nile Cruise.